One easy way that I found to make money in crypto is to follow partnerships, innovation, and to pay attention to how much money is involved in the problem being solved. And to be honest, Vechain is knocking it out of the park with all three. They already have established partnerships with some really big entities like Amazon Web Services, the car brand, BMW, and the Chinese government. Yes guys, the Chinese government. And with over 35 more partnerships with well-respected businesses and entities, this shows how recognized Vechain is already in the world. And the reason why they caught the attention of all these big players is because of the innovation that they plan on bringing to the business world. And that is to create a better supply chain management system for all industries. And for those of you that may not know what supply chains are, it's getting supplies or products from one location to another. And shown by this picture here, it can start all the way from raw materials till you get it in the store. So now we know about the partnerships and the innovation that Vechain has in store, but as for how big of a problem that they're planning on solving, well, let's just say that the supply chain industry is worth over $15.85 billion. And companies are constantly losing millions, if not billions, altogether from poor supply chain management due to people faking their products, like when you buy Gucci on the street corner, or just plain theft or mishandling of supplies. This is where Vechain steps in to save the day and to save companies money. So like I said earlier, following those three principles is definitely an easy way to make money, but not everything that shines is gold. So I will be discussing two very big cons that I've seen with Vechain, one dealing with how it is structured and the other has to do with its past performance and adoption. Because remember guys, crypto is very risky and I'm not a financial advisor. So I just want you to know both sides of any project that we bring to the table so you know what you're investing in. Welcome back to the channel guys, it's Crypto Houdini here with DeFi Finance. And if you guys invest using the same kind of logic, let me know in the comments below. And if you don't feel like it, just leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the content so far. So let's take a deeper look into why Vechain has acquired all of these different partnerships. First off, the token is very niche based, meaning that it was specifically made for the business industry with an emphasis on luxury businesses. And if you guys don't know, keeping track of multiple things as they move across different countries to multiple different locations can be a bit hard. But let's take a look at this from a CEO position. Just imagine, you're running this big corporation and you finally get to sit down to see how much money you made, but something is just not right. You're getting a report that there's been a large amount of fraud this month and people ripping off your brand. Or some of the products just get lost during relocation. And to top it off, if neither of the first two things happen, the numbers are still just not adding up. Frustrating, right? And I know what you guys are probably thinking. Aren't there things already set up to track packages to avoid this? And if you're thinking that, you're right. Businesses currently use RFID tags, NFC codes, and QR codes to track packages and manage supply chains. And to be honest, Vechain still uses the same method with RFID tags. But instead of leaving it on a spreadsheet where people manually have to put in the numbers and might make mistakes, Vechain collects and locks the data onto the blockchain where the information cannot be tampered with, and anyone at any point in time can verify it. With this super reliable kind of data storage, this will significantly improve transparency, efficiency, and accountability in various different industries, especially those that are heavily reliant on food safety, product authenticity, and logistics, saving companies a crazy amount of money and also strengthening their relationship with customers by delivering authentic and reliable products. So for a little background, Vechain was created by the former CIO of Louis Vuitton in 2015, and that man's name is Sunny Lu. It all started out as a token under the Ethereum network with the ticker symbol VEN. Then it moved to become its own blockchain, creating the Vechain Thor network in 2018, going under the new ticker symbol VET, otherwise known as VET. So Vechain does have some years under its belt in the crypto market, and it's under the supervision of someone who really understands the supply market very well and the problems it faces with Sunny Lu being in charge. But with this move to its own blockchain, the way it operated changed as well, making it a little different compared to other blockchains. To make it simple, you know when you're transacting with the Ethereum network, like buying an NFT or any new coins that may pop up, and you have to pay that crazy expensive gas fee? Well, you have to use the ETH tokens in your wallet to pay for the gas fees and use those same tokens as a medium of exchange on the Ethereum network. So you always have to make sure that you buy a good amount of Ethereum so you can interact with the blockchain and pay for those high gas fees. But with Vechain it's different. For one, Vechain uses two different tokens when transacting with the network. The first one that we all know by now, VET or Vechain, is basically used as the cash or medium of exchange on their blockchain anytime you want to interact with it. And the other token is called VThor, and its sole function is to pay for the gas fees on the Vechain network. So when you interact with the Vechain network, you always need 2 tokens. And with this feature, it helps significantly with keeping the gas fees low when doing a lot of different transactions or larger transactions, something that companies will definitely take into consideration. So for recent news, Vechain just released a new roadmap that stretches out into 2024. And one of the main highlights on the roadmap is that it's trying its best to be as green friendly as possible, which is a very big plus, because if you didn't know, energy consumption and excessive carbon production is one of the biggest negatives talked about crypto a lot. For example, to mine 1 Bitcoin, it would use the same amount of energy as an average American home would use in 13 years. So one way that Vechain is looking to limit its carbon footprint is by introducing something called V-Carbon. And the goal with this is to use Vechain to manage the carbon data for governments, corporations, and other entities. Vechain is also rolling out something called XP Network, which is a cross-chain NFT bridge, which will make it easier to use and transfer NFTs on Vechain and other networks. These are just some of the things that you can expect to see with more new developments coming in the future. So be sure to check out their roadmap in the description below. But as far as price, Vechain had an all-time high of 28 cents, but is currently trending at 2 cents. So there's definitely some great potential to make money with Vechain. But before deciding if you should invest, please hear my 2 concerns I have with the project. So one thing that I noticed on Vechain is that Vechain uses a version of proof of stake called proof of authority, meaning that they pick and decide who's going to be a node on their network. With this ability to decide who's a node on the network, this makes Vechain more of a centralized blockchain compared to the decentralization that crypto was originally created for. So some companies might not want to adopt the technology due to this reason. But it is also important to note that Vechain was created and intended for businesses and not people. So corporations and entities might not care too much for the security that Vechain has control over, and value features that will enhance their businesses more like speed, theft prevention, reliability, and data tracking. But another thing that could be noted on the negative side pertaining to adoption is that during a supply crisis in the pandemic of 2020, crypto like Vechain should have flourished at the massive opportunity that was presented, giving it a chance to show off the technology. But all of the businesses and different entities decided to move more on the safe side and did not want to test out the new technology, which shows the world might not be ready to put their trust in crypto like Vechain. Also, I must add that it was during a pandemic where things can be very uncertain. Even now, during the time of this recording, we have major banks collapsing and stablecoins almost getting depegged. So truth be told, for businesses, it might have been a very smart decision. But when the markets are back on a bull run and everything seems bright, will companies start testing out Vechain? Only time will tell, but what do you guys think? Leave a comment below and check out this video next for another crypto breakdown.